God. So it says Isaiah 36 and 11. That said Eliakim and Shebna. It says and it's like it says Joah unto Rabshakeh. Speak, I pray thee, unto thy servants in the Syrian language, for we understand it.
Yeah. So these are Assyrians. All right, Assyrians. All right. So the root of the let's say the Aramaic starts with the Syrians. Now the Syrians and the Assyrians spoke the same language, of course with probably cultural differences, but they were the same characters. We don't have the characters out here today, but the so-called modern Hebrew is the Syrian language. All right, which if you recognize the characters, it's the modern Hebrew. So go ahead.
It says, and speak not to us in the Jews' language, and the ears of the people that are on the wall.
It should be Hebrew. It should be Ibar. Yeah. How you say it in Hebrew? Ibar or Ibaria, Hebrew language.
Right here it says.
Well, that says Jews' language. Right there.
So, Hebrew is Ibar or Ibar, yeah.
Okay, this is when Northern Kingdom, Southern Kingdom was split. So the Southern Kingdom started identifying differently from the Northern Kingdom. That's what the hatred and the separation was already there between the tribes, the Northern Kingdom and Southern Kingdom. All right, y'all Gadites, right? Your father's from Gad. Right? So it's depending on who your father is. Your mother's different tribe, right?
Yeah, Simeon.
So-called Dominican.
Yep.
All right. So that'll make y'all of the Northern Kingdom. Right? So that's why it does say Hebrew language, it says Jews language. So the separation was already there. And what's the Hebrew there for Jews, the Jews language? Yahweh the Yath. Yep. Yahweh the Yath. I remember that. So, Yahweh the Yath. All right. That's important. That was even more important. Language is prophecy. What else we got? Y'all want to share other stuff? You want to share?
I got some precepts.
Go ahead. Prophecy.
Yep.
That's really important. That's what's going to happen to you. Go ahead, read what you got.
It's Sirach 19 and 29. It says, a man may be known by his look, and one that hath understanding by his countenance when thou meetest him. It's kind of going into how you say before somebody comes up, you can kind of identify like what he's going to be about. It says, a man's attire and excessive laughter and gait show what he is.
And how persons are able to explain a subject matter. Kind of.
This is Titus 3 and 9 says. Verse 9. Titus 3 and 9 says, but avoid foolish questions and genealogies and contentions and strivings about the law.
Yeah, genealogy. Oh, you look white, so that means you must be white. No, not really. Or you look on the other side that we don't like to talk about. You look like a so-called black person or Latino person or a Gadite. So you must be a Gadite. But no, your ancestor could, on the father's side, could have been a so-called Edomite. So we don't go on genealogy. We go on faith because we don't have the records of our ancestors. Right? So the only thing we can go on is faith. Right? That's the center of the doctrine, our doctrine. That absolute evidence. Right? Now there is evidence in archaeology and records, but it does get to a point where we don't have those. We don't have it. There's like missing links. So we have the root is faith, right? Which is the Lord, Yahweh Shai. The author and finisher of our faith is the Messiah.
It says a man that is a heretic after the first and second admonition reject.
A heretic basically is a person that has their own word, their own section. They believe what they want to believe. A heretic. When you take up your own word and run with that instead of conforming to a specific group's doctrine. You basically are an independent thinker in that respect when it comes to faith, your particular faith.
Yep.
Like somebody that goes to traditional brick and mortar church and they come in to a Baptist church and they come with Roman Catholicism. The guy that came with Roman Catholicism would be a heretic. That's a different doctrine. Or if you're a Jehovah's Witness and you go to a Roman Catholic church, you bring in a different word would make you a heretic. Anything else? Then we can go into the prophecy.
God, I believe you wanted this one. 1 Peter 4 and 5. Yep, it says, who shall give account to him that is ready to judge the quick and the dead?
Yeah, meaning whom the Lord authorized to be his ministers. Can't look back at us and tell us that we're doing something wrong. All right? And most people that do that, they can't even, they don't even know the scriptures. They just want to debate with us on what of the differences, but they're not even experts. And we do this as for a living, daily. All right, but you have someone that has lackluster understanding, that's basically a functional retard. Tell us that is broken down wrong. It don't even make sense. You're not even into the scriptures. So how you even pointing something out to scrutinize what we're bringing out? That's kind of weird, That's most people, right?
Well, the opinion.
They don't even study the scriptures,
Yep.
but they're just pointing. Oh, that I don't agree with that breakdown.
Yep.
But you don't even study the scripture. You're just mad because we said this.
It comes down to opinion and their own biases, right? So they'll look at the sign and be like, why does the sign look like that? It's like, aren't you?
Why I'm not on the sign?
Exactly. Aren't you trying to do a certain thing? Like, they don't even know what we're about to
aren't you trying to bring a bunch of people in?
No,
we're not.
We're not.
We're trying to bring a bunch of people in. We be very nice people.
Yep,
we have a microphone.
Yep.
We're not really nice.
We'd build up the world, like the scriptures say. If we were the world would love his own, right?
Show me your way to seek love.
Yep.
I wouldn't call it
You like
nice.
this
We're
someday.
reasonable men. But not nice. Lack of understanding. That's good. That's what it's supposed to mix. I guess you can break the video down later for edification. So you can't do anything against the truth before the truth. I believe it says that. So Paul and some of the Corinthians and one of the books. Can't do anything. So everything is a moment where we can use to edify the body. That already gets it. So you already have to have the Holy Spirit to actually understand anything we're saying. You can't be like a crazy person will never understand like that guy. Well, you have to already have it in you to understand what we're saying. Right? And if you even got a little bit, it's good for you to still come back so you can hear, and eventually the Spirit open your mind up so you can receive the information.
Breath of life.
Because we can only teach you, but we can only speak. The Holy Spirit actually had to teach you. All right, we're just vessels for the Holy Spirit, so we can't make anybody understand. All right, that's the Lord's job. All right. What's the scripture say about John?
We have Paul get the increase when we get there.
Yeah, you get that. Yeah, and get where it says that the Messiah, Yahweh Shai. No man cometh to the Father but by me. Yeah, and John 5:30. What you might say something?
Oh yeah, I just had a question. Like, where are y'all? Like, I know you just talking about like the set apart rule, like guiding y'all, but like, where do y'all as a group and even individual get understand?
What do you mean? Who do we learn from?
Cause basically what I'm trying to ask is because I don't go to a church or nothing. So how do y'all get your understanding on?
I mean, who do we learn from? Who are our teachers? Is what you're asking?
Yeah, basically, who's your teachers and
Our teachers are originally from New York and Connecticut, so we learn from our elders and apostles in New York. And they were on YouTube in 2007. All right, that's when they figured out the technology in 2007, but they go back to the 80s and 70s. So, but in 2007, they got on YouTube, and we saw them on YouTube. Then me personally, I went to New York to where they were, But yes, there's a succession, all the way from the 60s and 70s, and further back, other men. But I believe our lineage starts from, I think, the 60s, 50s and 60s. Go back to the commandment keepers when they were with the so-called Jews. Then they broke our ancestors. Our lineage broke off, from the so-called Jays, and started his own camp. Probably like in the 50s and 60s, and there's a succession from there. But our doctrine is rooted in faith. So our ancestors, from 60 years ago, believed that they had, they believed the right things, right? And they went into the book and found out that the real Jews, the real Israelites, because Jews only talk about 3 tribes, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, would be considered Jews because the rest of the tribes split off from the different kingdoms. This is came to be known as the Southern Kingdom, and this came to be known as the Northern Kingdom, because they were beefing back then thousands of years ago, hated each other. So we basically became different nations. But you learned the doctrine, our doctrine from our teachers that are from New York, and they learned it from their teachers.
Yeah, and answer more to your question. So physically, where we go, before YouTube was really a thing, because like you basically at home would just pull up, or even on your phone, just pull up videos and stuff like that. But oftentimes back before all that, you would basically go to a location just like this, and you would just
Right,
listen.
you would see people on the street teaching, and you would walk up and say, what are you doing?
Then you would just consistently come out. And
That's how our teachers became teachers, because they saw men before them on the street teaching and said, what are you doing? You know? So our teachers are, 60s, they're 50s and 60s.
I gotta
And some of them are deceased. So.
God, no man cometh unto the Father.
Yeah, go ahead.
It says, John chapter 14 and 6, it says, Yahushua saith unto him, I'm the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh unto the Father but by me.
Yeah. So we taught you what the Holy Spirit taught us. Now, the so-called white man, the devil, all right, what did he teach us? Basic stuff. Basic stuff like, read the, like you go, if you were brought up in the church, you know, you, where did they get it from? Okay, you had that already. Where did the so-called white man get his doctrine from? You know, basic things like the book of Daniel. They don't know how to break down any prophecy. Because where did they get it from? All right, the so-called white man, where did he get the breakdown of the scriptures from? He pulled most of it out of his ass. But basic things, okay, the book of Daniel, what's in there? Genesis, God created Adam, you know, so that's the so-called white man. Esau, whose biblical nationality is Esau, all right, so-called white man, all right, and like basic stuff.
Well, he don't even teach you that everyone's nationality goes back to an ancient nationality. It all goes back.
Genesis,
the lineage.
Yeah. So what you would learn in like Bible school or whatever, it's like basic stuff.
Yeah, he'll try to teach you that Esau's done away with it.
And they don't have the truth. All right? So-called white man does not have the truth. All right? If it was a percentage, he got about 2% truth. Historical.
Thank you guys so much. Have a beautiful day.
Yeah, like percentage-wise, like history, Esau might be right on history. Well, he's like on biblical history. Certain years and dates because of archaeology. But we start getting to changing of worlds and changing of nations, who was there in the land at the time. Esau ain't gonna get it right.
He's pretty good with it. Esau will tell you a lot about history. He just confuses, who's actually in there, and then he'll tell you that, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, their history just goes back to slavery and back into Africa, or Gad, or Ephraim and all that. They were in the islands of Puerto Rico, or they were in the lands of North America, and then they were enslaved. Like, no, it goes beyond that. It goes when they were in the land of Israel. All right. And then they were escaping certain persecutions and went, right, Judah, Benjamin, Levi went down to the interiors of Africa to escape their persecution. The other rest of the northern kingdom, they went to this land, what they in Apocrypha says Ashereth, to escape persecution. But Esau will tell you that these people's lineage or history started with basically slavery. That's basically what I'll tell you. Or then they'll lie and say, well, we all came from Africa, which. It's exactly, which still goes back even further than that. Like you only got up so far, because if they go back any further in your history, it will start to lead on who you really truly are. That's the one thing that Esau can't tell you, is who we truly are.
Next verse. Did you read all your precepts? If not, if you did, just go to Revelation.
I got you want the Apollo gives the increase?
Yeah.
I got that. This is 1 Corinthians 3 and verse 5. Who then is Paul and who is Apollos, but ministers by whom ye believe, even as the Lord gave to every man? I have planted, Apollos watered, but God Most High gave the increase.
Right. Gave the increase. So to get understanding is based upon faith, not based upon how intelligent you think you are. You've been around a long time. That don't mean nothing. It's by faith.
Yep.
The Holy Spirit got to work with you.
Get
understanding.
Yeah, because it says, so then neither is he that planted anything, neither he that watereth, but the Most High that giveth the increase. So there you have it. Like really, that's the most important part, is that the Most High is going to get the increase. It doesn't really matter, where you hear it, how you heard it, who gave it to you. It's the Most High that's going to give you the upbringing.
Yep. I got some. It's the book of 1 Corinthians 1:20. It says, where is the wise, where is the scribe? Where is the disputer of this world? Hath not Yahweh made foolish the wisdom of this world? Verse 21, for after that in the wisdom of Yahweh the world by wisdom knew not Yahweh. It pleased Yahweh by the foolishness of preaching to save them that believe.
Yep. Common argument. Oh, you got to get a bunch of money. Yeah, okay, but you have to do everything. You gotta work in this world, and you have to save your soul. You can't do one or the other. You got to do both. All right.
We got another precept.
Yeah, go ahead.
John 7:14 says, now about the midst of the feast, Yahweh went up into the temple and taught. And the Jews marveled, saying, how knoweth this man letters, having never learned? Yahweh answered them and said, my doctrine is not mine, but his that sent me.
Right. Doctrine's not mine. Yeah. So the Messiah, the Lord, Yahweh, all right, received the Spirit, all right, to understand who he was. He was the Messiah that's going to die for our sins, all right, for the sins of the Israelites, and be resurrected on the third day. All right. So he's in communication with the Holy Spirit, with the Messiah, with the Most High, the Father himself. Right?
Yeah, he didn't have to learn.
He's his son. He's his son. He's the first spirit created by the Father. Yeah, the Messiah, Yahweh is the first spirit, well, only spirit actually. The only spirit created by the Father is the Messiah. Then the Messiah, Yahweh, created everything else. Right? So he created everything visible, invisible, every demon, every righteous spirit, the elect, the 2/3, the non-elect, all the nations. All right, the universe as we know it, it was all created by the Prince, which is also a king, and which is also titled a father, but he's not the Father. All right. John 5:30. Oh, you got more on that?
Yeah. So it says John chapter 4, it's like at 14:7. If ye had known me, you should have known my Father also. From henceforth ye know him, and I've seen him. Philip saith unto him, Lord, show us the Father, and it sufficeth us. Yahushua said unto him, it says, have I been so long time with you, and yet hast thou not known? It's like it says, and yet hast thou not known me, Philip? He that hath seen me hath seen the Father. It says, and how sayest thou then, show us the Father? It says, verse 10, it says, believest thou that I am in the Father? It's like it, believest thou not that I am in the Father, and the Father in me? The words that I speak unto you, I speak not myself, but the Father that dwelleth in me, he doeth the works.
Okay. Father that dwelleth in him. Meaning he's under commandment, he's under orders from the Father. All right? They're not the same person. All right?
It says, believe me that I am in the Father, and the Father in me, or else believe me for the very work's sake.
Right, and the same thing is said about the brothers in the congregation that were of one mind. We're of one mind. Right? So the Father and the Son is of one mind, and the brothers together we are of one mind. Right? That doesn't make us all the same people. We're individuals. All right? And the Messiah is known as the only begotten Son of the Father. Right? Monogenes. Find that and then break down the words. Only begotten. It's Greek. Single gene or single creation. Just that phrase there proves that they're not the same being or entity there. The Father was never created. All right. There's no beginning, no end. It's just beyond our understanding.
Alpha and Omega.
Beyond our understanding. The Messiah, on the other hand, was created, was a creation of the Father. Only begotten. If I'm not mistaken, it says mono, like you have carbon monoxide. That's one carbon, one oxygen. One carbon, one oxygen. Carbon monoxide is oxygen. Then you have carbon dioxide. Di means two. So the Messiah, Yahweh, all right, mono, one, creation. Go ahead. See what it says.
Gone. So it says, John 3:16, for the Most High so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. So the Greek word is monogenes, meaning single of its kind, only, used only of sons or daughters, viewed in relation to their parents. It says,
I forgot he even said that.
It says the use of a Mashiach denotes the only begotten Son of the Most High.
All right, I forgot I said that. But break the word down.
Gone. Yeah, so mono, or going back to monos, meaning alone, without a companion. It says alone, only merely. And then it says genes, meaning to become, to come to into existence, begin to be. It says to come to pass, happen.
Yeah,
To be, yep. It says to be made, finished.
made, finished. Yeah. Oh, yes. There you go. You didn't know before, now you know. Okay. God, continue.
Yep.
John 5:30.
GMS. Yep. This is the book of John 5:30. It says, I can of mine own self do nothing. As I hear, I judge, and my judgment is just, because I seek not mine own will, but the will of the Father which hath sent me.
Yeah. That own will. So he's not talking to himself, he's talking to the Father, communication with the Father. Right? Some people really believe that they're the same people. I mean, we're not trying to convince you. We're getting done with that. I believe whatever the hell you want to believe. Right? Go find your own corner and talk about all the shit you want to believe. Right? Go ahead. Good. Good on that. All right, next precept. Well, we get into Revelation. Microchip, mark of the beast.
Gone. It says Revelation 13
15.
and 15. It says, and ye have power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast shall both speak.
And none of the other camps teach this, by the way, except for like 2% of the camps out there in Hebrew Israelite land teach this.
Yep.
Revelation 13, 15. All right. Who teaches it? But who doesn't teach it? I guess what perspective you want to go for. Who doesn't teach it?
IUIC.
IUIC doesn't teach it. IHBK doesn't teach it. HOI don't teach it. They avoid the subject. That's how you know they don't have truth. They avoid it. I was talking about big nations and small nations, talking about embargo, sleeping with the white woman. What else? Embargo, sleeping with the white woman. These are breakdowns from how they try to make Revelation 13, 15 make sense on down. I think that, embargo, sleeping with the white woman. Spiritual.
Sin.
Sin. Oh, it's sin in itself.
Yeah, sin in itself. Yeah.
We're already sinners. What the hell does that mean? We're already sinners. So this is a special sin in itself. We're already sinners.
Which is crazy because this is a special sin in itself. But it's an act of taking something, taking the RFID microchip. You know?
Yeah, when you break the law, it's a sin.
Yeah.
All right. So by receiving an implant in your arm, your hand, a cut in the flesh is a sin. All right. But what's the actual action? A sin doesn't exist without an action. All right. You have to have an action or a thought. All right. Which will effectively lead to you physically breaking a commandment. Right? So read 13, 15.
Gone. It says Revelation 13, 15, and ye have power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast shall both speak, and cause that as many as will not worship the image of the beast shall be killed.
Right. The image of the beast is what? The system. All right. And it includes what? The microchip. It includes compliance to certain laws. All right. Yeah, go ahead. Ask your question.
Yeah, I used to study what you guys do. Matter of fact, when I was coming up here, I was trying to pull up on one. But are y'all around here in Wilmington?
Yeah, every week, or three times a month. And then 1 month we go back to Philly.
Oh,
three times a month. Three Saturdays. We follow the new moon.
Okay.
So when new moon come in, we go to Philadelphia to camp. But the other 3 weeks we're here in Wilmington. This regular location every day, 12 o'clock.
Oh, okay, cool.
All right.
Cool. I'll try to catch you guys again when y'all out here. I gotta go to work.
All right, yep.
Shalom.
Yep, shalom. Yep, take it. Yep. All right, where we at?
16.
16. All right, go ahead.
It says
so it's the system, you know. If you look up different executive orders, it tells you about some pretty draconian things the government can make you do.
Yep.
We'll get back into that. One executive order, I believe, it said something about organizing people into work brigades, taking control of natural resources. You know, so basically pretty much going to be a slave, but via executive order. Just a mere fact that they wrote it, whether they make it say it's valid or not, that's the tricks that Esau tried to do. Oh, that's not valid anymore. Or that President Kennedy put that in. That's 70 years ago. That's what they tried to do. With Esau so much of a devil, they just make another law that changes law, just changes face and change time periods. The law go through time, okay? Just because it was an executive order from 50, 60 years ago, don't mean a new law doesn't come up in its place. That's even more draconian. All right? That's what Esau want to do. Esau want to organize you in a work brigades and have you in fucking slavery. They want to stick a chip in you. Well, Esau, he like trying out new ideas too. See what's going to stick.
Hello?
See what's going to work. See what's going to be beneficial to make you a slave. What he worked out now was with that implant chip. There's theories about the UBI, high income UBI. You got that. So instead of making $1,000 a week, you might make $2,500. Right? So you can be comfortable slave. But you got to take the implant. Right? That's what we believe is eventually going to come to pass. And remember, Esau's not going to accomplish everything he said he was going to do because he's a piece of shit and he's a devil. So he's not going to accomplish everything because the Lord going to stop him. He's going to stop him before he can get everything in. But no, we will see how far the Lord going to allow him to go.
Yeah, which is crazy because in his pride, he definitely thinks he's going to get.
Distance,
he thinks he's going the distance. Yeah, he thinks he's going to do it all. You're going to get all the way to the finish line and then some. Yeah.
Like the movie. Is that what's the fuck guy in there? He killed the AI as a judge. It's predictive programming. It's a new movie that came out. They kept advertising a lot on YouTube. Somebody killed his wife, and he has to find out. Now he has 90 minutes. That's like the duration of the movie.
Oh yeah.
Mercy. He has 90 minutes to prove to the AI judge that he didn't kill his wife or something like that.
Did you watch it? Did it come out already?
Yeah, it's out. It's on.
Is it all right?
It's on. I didn't watch it yet, but it's on the digital streaming services now.
Yeah, I did see those commercials. I got to check that out.
Yeah, Mercy. I believe who's the main character? Was it Matt Damon or it was? Find out who the main, or was it Christian? No, one of them. I didn't recognize him. He might be getting old, or his face might be getting fat or something.
Oh yeah, it's the guy from freaking.
I forgot his name.
What the fuck is this guy's name?
Mercy. So it's an
Chris
AI.
Pratt.
Chris Pratt. Yeah, Chris Pratt. We were just talking about. The movie.
Yeah, from fucking.
Guardians of the
Galaxy.
Yeah. So he it's an AI judge. He has to prove that he didn't. I believe it was his wife in 90 minutes. So basically, they're gonna play the whole movie out. So it's gonna be like a real-time movie. They're getting like the movie. Remember the 24 episode TV show? It was like Kiefer Sutherland. I was back in the day for Fox. 24, and basically every episode was an actual hour of them working. So the title of the TV show was 24. So 24 hours. So kind of like a real-time TV show movie, 90 minutes. So I'm sure it's not going to be exactly 90 minutes.
Yeah.
But they're trying to make it near it, so make it more like interesting. You know, what's the duration of the movie? You know. So yeah, AI judge. So Esau wants to get there where they got. Computers running everything. Now I don't think Esau going. That's my personal belief. He ain't gonna get over there, but he's gonna get maybe 50%, maybe. You know. And I always say, I probably say this every week. When they start making robots fix robots, then you know it's pretty much we're slaves at that point. When they got robots fixing robots. You know. Now you don't need people to fix robots. And that means now robots can fix cars. Robots can do anything. Pretty much, they can do the janitorial. They can do everything. So if robots start fixing robots in mass, which I don't think that we're ever going to get there in mass anyway. Implant, the WW3 is hot, so these things have to come to pass before the end comes. Before the end comes, those things have to take place.
Right. Slowly they will come.
Slowly it will come. We know have ever been a prophet among you. So we know it's going to come. We know it's going to happen. So he's looking out. And the predictive programming. Mercy, that's what that was about. So there's been talk about that probably for years. And now I don't know when the script started to be developed. Maybe that can be researched. But, you know, sometimes scripts take 10 years to, you know, be rewritten and produced and then rewritten again. Then you gotta get somebody to, you know, produce it for you and, you know, put money behind it. So the script could be 20 years old for all we know. You just have to look it up. Or it could be a few years old. Or it could be a compilation of multiple scripts. But the point is that the thought was out there for years, you know, however many that may be, about AI running major departments where you would have a human in the loop, right? Kind of reminds me of the Minority Report a little bit, just thinking about it. Yeah. Precogs, I think we mentioned this last week also. Go ahead.
Gone. It says Revelation 13 and 16, and he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark.
Yeah, the all is referring to people, all right? All right, people. All right, so all, both small and great, okay, rich and poor, go ahead.
It says free and bond, to receive a mark in the right hand or in their foreheads.
Yes, free and bond, meaning if they're incarcerated, they're in prison, in the prison system, or if they're free men, be able to walk throughout their system as a relatively free man anyway. All right, that's what it's talking about. It's talking about people. All right, it's not talking about companies or a country. It's referring to people. Go ahead.
Gone. It says, verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had a mark.
And no man may buy or sell. So you have to have that mark to make purchases. All right, to make purchases, to receive money. All right, you have to have the mark. Doesn't make no sense in receiving stuff. You can't transfer it. All right. So if somebody is selling you something, they have to have the chip, the implant. So that means you can't receive it because there's nowhere to go because you don't have the chip. So you have to have the be able to send and receive currency. That's what's current. It's being used. That's what currency is. And this is going to be digital. That's what's going to be currency. What?
It says, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had a mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. It says, here is wisdom.
Let him repeat. The mark is charagma, which means something, a thing carved, cut into. So you're going to receive a carving in your flesh. We believe that carving in your flesh is the implantable microchip. So the word existed before the prophecy. So we have to liken it to what's actually going to be used. Like there's no ancient word for a microchip placed into your body. So the best word, or one of the words that could have been that's used is charagma. All right, which is a mark, a distinguishing mark. All right, and by the use of the word, we know it's something that's cut into the flesh. It's cut. It's not just a mark. It's something. It's a mark that's cut. And then what's the subject? The body. All right, the body goes cut into the body.
It has to have some sort of the action behind it. So something you can do with that mark. It's not like a fucking birthmark that you're just gonna have that has no relevance, right? It's a mark that you're gonna receive. It's gonna allow you to perform an action, you know, which is buying and selling.
Yeah, a mark that was cut.
Yep. Yeah, a mark that was cut that allows you to do an action, buying and selling. It's a very important thing to know. No, it's not gonna just be some just fucking, you know,
like a stain.
Yeah, stain or something. You know,
a stamp on the surface.
Yeah, a random number on you, and that's why when you look at these, you know, the technology behind these, you know, these NFCs, right, these near field communications and stuff like that. When you look at this technology, it all lines up to that exact thing. So it's a cutting that's gonna go inside you. You know, you look at like the technology and how the near field communications get put on in everywhere, man. Access to doors, access to terminals, access to, you know, everyday like gas stations, convenience stores, right? That convenience of paying the near field communication, the tap and pay, and how much, and then the healthcare benefit that they're trying to attach to it as well, is all going to come down to being put into your right arm.
Right, near field, it describes RFID.
Yep.
So basically, near, you got to go near it.
Yep.
So it limits the range of the actual RFID signal. So instead of, because then it can start picking up, you know, in your pocket.
Right. So
it has to be near field communications.
Yep.
All right, and it has, you know, specific applications, which is to take your chip debit or credit card. Right now, not near field would be like going through the toll booths, because that range, you know, penetrates from like 20 feet in the air, like about 20 feet.
Yeah, right.
So that's not a near field. That's like a far field. Communications. All right. But yeah, near field just describes RFID.
Right.
Radio frequency identification.
Which is more than likely the technology they'll use in something like that, where it's being put into your, you know,
Right, yeah, it has to be
your skin.
near. You have to be near it,
Yeah.
not farther. Now
Right.
it depends on, you know, if you're making a payment, then yes.
Right.
So if you're, I guess, being mass scanned through detention center,
Yeah, right.
they
Yeah.
might scan all at
Yeah,
once,
exactly. Yep.
or they might individually single file, depending on what the grouping is.
Right.
Could be single file, could be like a group thing. But anyway, either way, you're going to get the chip,
Right.
and it got to be accounted for. Everybody has to be accounted for. If you're not of the elect, you're going to get that chip.
And then that's ultimately what it's going to be about, right? Because you can right now you can skate around with just cash. You don't have to get a credit card. You don't got to do these things. You know what I mean? But it's going to be a system that you're going to have. It's going to be a system that you're going to have to get that, you know, see him.
And there was a theory about the Luciferese, I believe I'm saying it right, that would glow when you met certain conditions. You had the drug put into you, it would glow. Luciferese, it was luminous. So that could be a thing. The End Time, that movie,
Yeah,
shows you that mark.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, because In Time was basically you pay with a digital payment, digital payment that was basically the time of your life. You know, the expectation. You know, it was all digital. That's a good way. That was 2008. That came out 2010, 2008.
Justin Timberlake, one of his first movies, or
yeah.
not his first movie. Justin Timberlake, he started that, right?
Yep. Then you got like you had said. I oftentimes think about the movie. What was that? Sylvester Stallone and
Demolition Man.
No, the one with
Babylon.
yeah,
Not Babylon.
Escape Plan. Yeah, when they're going into the prison, there's basically a barcode on the dude back, and they basically scan the barcode as he was going in, because you know that's basically that's
Right.
what they want you to. That's what it's all leading to. You know,
You're a product.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
they have both. They have both where they can single file scan. Then they have both where you can just scan everything with a wide field of scanning, like scanning of the products. A wide field, or it can be single file, depending on what the process you're going through, because you'll be going through shipping, right? If you're already in single file scanned it, you got everything in a container already, you can just do like one wide burst scan and all they are accounted for.
I'm sure you know Esau already has how he's gonna do it.
You're a product.
Yeah. This is really just art, you know, that's about to imitate life, or life that's gonna imitate art, I guess you could say. But at the end of the day, Esau has his way in which he wants to. And we talked about this. You know, he don't get so far to this finish line, but you know Esau likes to show his cards oftentimes before he deals them. So you know he kind of shows you things in these movies and in his program and stuff. But there is a specific way he's gonna do it. It doesn't really matter. The point is we ain't gonna take it. You know. Yeah. We know that the Lord told us to not take it, and that's gonna be basically your ass if you take it. So.
Yeah, they can trick people, say, "Oh, come up to the line, but you gotta get chipped." When you get up to the line, you figure it out.
Yeah, right.
I'm not taking no damn chip.
Yeah, now he's got to kill me now.
Yeah, you got the soldier standing there.
Yeah.
Or they just let you go, and then as the days go on, you start getting tighter and tighter and tighter. gradually. Then more and more stores are becoming RFID compliant. Then it gets more tighter and tighter and tighter, and then you can't buy and sell anymore. It could happen that way.
I always reflect. Go back to this one, but in the Futurama episode, I think it was like the first episode. Yeah, Leela's like, "Come on, take your identification chip," and she's holding the fucking gunner like that.
Yeah, that was just so obvious. Like, people wasn't even paying attention to that.
Yeah, no,
yeah. When the Futurama first came out. Another episode.
Yeah,
it was a big ass needle.
Come on, get your identification
chip. Find that picture of the first episode of Futurama. Fry about to get chipped. That's the first, like back then, we weren't even thinking about it. What year was that? Or we might have missed the first episode. Right between, right under a nose, so to speak. But you can't see under your nose. That's why they make that scene. right under your nose.
Oh, it's called the career chip, an implantable
Can't see it.
electronic device which denotes what job someone's required to do. Which ended up being a carrier.
Get a picture.
Oh yeah. Hold on.
The device.
It was from. So I was trying to find the episode.
Let's put it in search engine
Yeah.
Google Images. It should come.
Yeah,
right
oh
up.
yeah, I got
Search
the
engine,
image.
search engine, right?
Yeah, this is the image right here. There's that one and then that one.
Yeah, Leela.
Yeah.
That's the one I was talking about.
This
Leela,
one right
Leela
here.
had.
Yeah.
Show
Yep.
the camera. Yeah.
Yep.
First episode.
Yeah,
Futurama.
Talk about come get your career chip.
Everybody had to get a chip.
Yeah.
Well, he had to get his chip because he just came out of cryogenics.
Right.
So he had to get implanted with his work chip. He's going to be delivery person.
Oh yeah.
like he was.
Here's the actual quote. But I have to install your career chip. That's what she was saying right there. Got it. Yeah. That's what I remember. I was watching one other episode. This is off topic a little bit. That it was Futurama. And you know how the doctor always comes in talking about good news, everyone.
Yeah.
He randomly was like, "Good news, everyone." Come to find out, the Bible's the real good news. And then that was it. That was like,
Yeah, it was supposed to be a joke.
yeah.
Making fun of the Bible.
Yeah.
It's come to find out the Bible's a real good news.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, it was like, all right. I remember that being early on in
Professor Farnsworth.
Yeah, yep. But yeah, anyways, the point is, they show you all these shows, the technology that they're trying to, to get, and oftentimes when you see this stuff, it's equated to like the future, but like the saying goes, the future is now. You can see the way we're heading into the future. It's crazy because when you look back in the 2010 when we first kind of came into the thing, you'd see like oftentimes like the push for future of like where they wanted to be in society from a future standpoint, like in 2025, 2020, when now we're living those years, those years of where you can see that's the technology that 100% that they were trying to aim for,
Finish the precept off.
Gone. It says Revelation 13 and 18. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man. And it says in his number 600 is 603
603 score and 6. That's a high psi stigma. High psi stigma. All right. Which Esau, how I break it down, Esau, he hides that number in his movies, TV shows, and products. Right? Movies, TV shows, products, product labels, and it's in the barcode. All right. He hides that number. 666.
Yeah.
High psi stigma. All right. So break that word 666 down in Greek.
Gone.
The numerical value of it. Yeah. High is a certain amount. Then psi and then stigma is 6, obviously.
Gone. So it says
High, I think, is 600. I think it breaks down like that. 600, 666.
yeah, gone. So it says high psi stigma, the 22nd, 14th, and an obsolete letter of the Greek alphabet. It says used as numbers noting respectively.
No, yeah, get the actual numerical value of each character.
Gone.
I think it's 660.
Oh yeah, got it, yeah.
That's what I want.
It says so high is 600, psi is 60, and stigma is 6.
Right, 666. So Esau, he uses it.
60s.
Now, when Esau started using it, I don't know. But we know since the television and recorded devices, images, all right, Esau has been hiding it in his products.
Yep.
All right, I'm sure if we were to look back, we'd probably find something. But Esau, let's say the 19th century, Esau started adopting it. That's how we know Esau is Satan. All right, why would he start putting it in his? As soon as the video camera was invented or discovered, I should say, discovered the technology to put it together, we started seeing it. Well, we can only see it because as Iron says, wasn't allowed to read. I see the so-called Negro slavery is unique because there wasn't, to my knowledge, any other slavery where you were denied education, like basic education. I'm not talking about like college level education. My ancestors were denied basic competency, basic literacy. That's what's unique about our slavery. All right. Yeah, there was slavery in other places, but when the Chinese were slaves, they weren't barred from reading their Chinese language, their Mandarin, whatever it was. when the Slavs were in slavery, they weren't denied basic competency of their alphabet. It wasn't illegal to read, but you were still a slave. But you know, like, come on, that's what makes our slavery unique. All right, the implant, high size stigma, 666. All right, so he uses it. It's in his codes. It's in his labels. First thing that comes to mind is Monster Energy drink. First thing, the Disney logo. All right, got the barcode. You got people using the mano cornuto. It's like when they do this.
Double horns.
Yeah. Mano cornuto means It believes me hand horn. I mean, you put horns on your hands. And George Bush used to do it all the time. He used to said he was saluting the Texas Longhorns.
Yeah, Texas Longhorns.
Salute the Texas Longhorns. Okay, that was big. I remember that. Saluting the Texas. So why do you always do that thing with your hand? Now I'm saluting the Texas Longhorns. Like what? Really? He actually fucking said that. I'm see if I can find that clip. Then it don't tase me, bro. John Kerry, the Don't Tase Me, Bro video. Isn't it true that you were in Yale University with the Skull and Bones? Isn't that a secret society? And then the security tried to get his ass out of there. The Kerry was like, no, let him stay. And they was fucking him up while he was saying to let him stay. They was roughing his ass up off camera. He wouldn't put the camera over there while they was roughing his ass up. Then he hit him with the fucking taser. He started screaming.
Same.
Don't tase me, bro. Don't tase, because it's a black dude. They don't tase me, bro. He started screaming and shit. Because they working to try to please the devil, the security there at the university. So isn't it true that you're a part of Skull and Bones at Yale University? Why would you make an organization called Skull and Bones? Like, these people are so stupid.
Yeah.
What's the symbolism of Skull and Bones? Just put that in there. I know it's not anything good. Like, come on, man. It doesn't mean life. Why did pirates carry that damn bones and shit on the damn flag? I'm not making that sign. I just did the thing. Why would pirates carry that? That's a pirate's sign, right? Skull and Bones. It's not something good. Why would you use that? But again, they just it might mean supreme wisdom and knowledge, understanding from when you die, from when you're resurrected to a new understanding. Being a part of a secret brotherhood where you're always gonna take care of each other forever. Okay, it could mean that. I don't know. I don't know what Skull and Bones means.
Well,
what do we have?
It does say, so just in general, right? So Skull and Bones primarily symbolizes mortality, danger, and inevitably death. But in secret societies, it says a Skull and Bones at Yale uses a symbol, specifically with the number 322, to represent its brotherhood of death, and likely refers to the death of the Greek orator Demosthenes in 322 BC. Let's see, Demosthenes.
Somebody died so they could get wisdom.
An Athenian orator and statesman, he is known for his political speeches and his need to resist the aggressive tendencies of Philip II of Macedonia.
So, well, they do go back to the Greek religions and the Greek gods they worship. They have similar rites, ceremonies from the ancient world, the Greeks, the Babylonians, the Egyptians. All right. Now, what does it mean when pirates carry the flag? You remember, part of get the word witchcraft. Part of witchcraft is deception. You know, it's a major part of witchcraft. Why can only white men join Skull and Bones? Can any other races join Skull and Bones? I don't know. Only white men? Or is it maybe they have Chinese?